Gentlemen and female gentlemen, everyone in the Nuxanor audience that respects women and even those that don't, welcome to a new video. God damn it, that is the worst intro I've ever done in the history of YouTube. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is, could Homelander's ego crush the SCP Foundation? We are about to witness Homelander versus SCP. Everyone has been asking me, Nux, more The Boys videos. And everyone has been asking me, Nux, more SCP videos. So as someone that loves the SCP lore and someone that is fully caught up with The Boys, your boy, Nuxanor, the goat, the goat of lore, as I've come to be known by some AI that has described my channel as thoughtful discussions on video game and TV show lore. All right, I got some things to say. SCP-682 would absolutely fucking annihilate Homelander. He would not stand a chance. I love Homelander. I think he's one of the greatest villains, main characters of all time. He's one of the heroes, the goats, the man himself. I would vote for him in a democracy. But the point that I'm trying to make is, could the SCP Foundation contain? Bro, I'm just waiting for SCP-682. SCP-682 is gonna walk up to Homelander and grow tits because it could transform, then squirt him with some titty milk, and Homelander would just fucking shrivel into the corner. Oh god, this is gonna be amazing.
The SCP Foundation has dealt with its fair share of superheroes.
Yeah!
From the delightful SCP...
SCP Foundation contains superheroes? Dude, there is so much SCP lore I still need to do. God damn it.
2800, the prickly Scottish vigilante known...
Bro, you're gonna count the prickly Scottish vigilante up there with Homelander? Okay, dude.
...as Cactus Man, to the utterly...
Dude, he's trash! Cactus Man? Cactus Man. Oh yeah, the SCP Foundation contains superheroes like Cactus Man!
Tragic SCP-2241, also known as the superhero wannabe. But we couldn't help but wonder, what if the SCP Foundation went up against a truly evil anomalous force?
I don't know who they're talking about. Homelander is a beacon of good in our country.
That simply masqueraded as a superhero.
I don't know, I feel like you're believing the woke liberal agenda right now if you think that Homelander isn't the GOAT, okay? I thought you were based, but it turns out you've fallen for the agenda. You've lost the plot, okay? Homelander is the GOAT. He will free America from the woke mind virus, okay? God, I'm just saying shit at this point. Dude, the amount of people coming after me on Twitter these last few days have been awesome. God damn. I'll admit, I've had some bad takes, so in their defense, but also, holy shit.
And we couldn't think of a character who fits this bill better than Homelander.
I'm like, political violence is bad, and they're like, okay, let's try to dox this man.
From The Boys, the hit TV series produced by our arch nemesis at Amazon. Homelander is...
Arch nemesis at Amazon? Damn. I do have to say, it is pretty hilarious. It is pretty hilarious to think that Vought, like, the idea of The Boys is that the super corporation is actually evil and controlling everyone, and it's literally made by Amazon. It's like the ultimate irony.
Rotten to the core, and has a wide range of superpowers that allow him to make his darkest desires a reality.
Well, I don't see him giving the ability to people to grow boobs, and you don't see him doing that. Cut him some slack. God, okay? There's only one man in the sky, and it's not God, it's me.
And that's why today, we're powering up the Anomatron 6000.
All right.
Filling it with all 3 current seasons of The Boys.
Oh, so they're in 3 season Boys. To be fair, Homelander didn't have any crazy feats in season 4 of The Boys. In season 4, he did rip a man in half, which is pretty fucking crazy. He walked up to somebody and literally, he grabbed him by the shoulder and neck and just tore him in half like he's a piece of paper. That was pretty fucked up. But again...
And posing the big question, could the SCP Foundation bring this sadistic soup to his knees?
Yeah, he'd fold to a good pair of titties.
Or is he just too diabolical?
Diabolical! Bro, at least say it with the right accent.
Let's find out. People love superheroes.
The only superheroes I love are Deadpool and Homelander, so miss me with that shit.
They love that warm, cozy feeling that suits give them.
Yeah, it's the issue with superheroes, it just reminds you, no superhero in real life would be even remotely as good and kind as like all the superheroes there. No, I like Batman, that's true. Batman's awesome. But to be fair, call me Chancellor Palpatine pilled, but anyone that gets that much power and can avoid the law in such a crazy degree, bro, those guys are gonna end up looking like The Boys. Let's be honest, though.
A golden beacon of righteousness to swoop out of the sky and save the day so we don't have to do it ourselves. But you see...
True! See, that's what it's all about! That's what it's all about. It's so they'll save the day instead of us saving ourselves. I feel like superheroes are like the ultimate escapism fantasy, which is kind of nice and wholesome and stuff. And I think it's, as far as children goes, I think superheroes are great. As I've grown up, I've appreciated the much darker, grittier superhero stories. The Deadpools, if you will. The Boyses of the world. Those are awesome. I love the deconstruction of the trope that's just purely wholesome. I think Omni-Man's a pretty good hero too. Oh yeah, true, I forgot about Omni-Man.
See, the thing about superheroes is they aren't always nice. If the whole world holds someone up on a pedestal, makes them believe from a young age that they can do no wrong, that they're the ultimate paragon of virtue, and that they have the powers and freedom to do anything they want, while you end up with him, the
Him, capital H.
Homelander.
The Homelander! Bro, when Homelander walked into that group of science, and they're like, oh, hi, John. And he's like, it's Homelander. It's not John anymore. It's Homelander. And they're like, I'm so sorry, Homelander. You know? Like, god damn. But I don't know why everyone keeps talking about Homelander like he's a bad guy. Homelander is just there trying his very best to you know, keep the world a better place and make America great for the first time.
Now, some look to Homelander as a hero.
Dude, I love the character development for this man. The Homelander character development is actually insane. Like the way that they tortured this man as a kid. And they would do fucking crazy ass tests on a superhero. Like, come on, we know the big fucking corporations would do that shit. And that it devolved him into some crazy monster that looks down at humans. I really honestly think that, like, he's one of the best written characters I could remember. Like, it's crazy.
And why wouldn't they? He flies around saving people, wearing those distinctive stars and stripes on his back.
Sure, he has an American flag. He could do no wrong.
And stars in all those movies about how great he is.
True, and movies are just real. They're not propaganda pieces. They're not meant to push some sort of agenda. Nah. Movies are basically documentaries, okay?
But that's just a cover story.
What?
The publicly acceptable story put out by Vought, the company responsible for creating him in the first place. They're there to sweep under the rug any bad thing that Homelander...
Bro, Vought is just Niji-Sanji with extra steps! Yo! Chat, you're... See, this is why I keep Kick Chat off my stream. That's why I don't want that to end up on the YouTube bug.
Or any of their so-called superheroes has ever done, so that nobody will ever figure out the truth. And what is the truth? Well, as far as soups go, Homelander's even worse than the very worst of the worst.
I mean, Homelander's bad, okay? Okay.
He's a murderer.
Damn, they really put like a whole ass cartoon Hitler just for that one moment on the fucking video. That's crazy.
Self-absorbed, narcissistic psychopath with no empathy for powerless human beings.
Well, to be fair, in his defense, to be fair, in Homelander's defense, okay? If I was a member of the Imperium, would I care about filthy Xenos? Chat, don't answer that. We'll leave that open-ended. I want to be known. Everything I say is sarcasm, okay? It's all sarcasm, all right? You should know that. Not a single thing I say is true. My statements are not my beliefs, but fuck the Xenos is what I'm trying to say.
He thinks of himself as superior to the rest of us. Ordinary people are just expendable, and he'll gladly allow an entire plane full of innocent civilians to die.
What do you mean allow them to die? He fucked up that plane.
Little care or remorse. Oh, but Homelander will play all that up for the cameras, though. Which is why nobody would ever think to question his status as a hero.
I wouldn't, goddammit. I wouldn't question his status. He is a hero. He is a hero. God, this man is so cool. He even has an American flag on his cape. God.
As far as the public knows, Homelander's actions are always justified, and that he can do no wrong. And it's this mentality that allows him to carry on doing whatever he wants with total impunity.
Man's just freaking, what can I say? Bro knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. I am stronger, smarter. I'm better. I am better. God, and man, to think this veritable god among men just folds to a good pair of titties. It's just the fucking greatest show of all time. I love how, despite the fact that he's so overpowered and an obvious narcissist and all that shit, despite all that, he's such a broken man with such a fragile ego. Like, it's such brilliant writing.
But what if everyone turned on Homelander? What? Say his cover was finally blown and
I mean, listen, in season 5, he is planning a genocide, but what?
The rest of the world got to see him as he really is. A murderer with too much power, rampant insecurity, an explosive temper, and some nasty, lingering parental issues. Sure, getting a look at the real Homelander might be a cause for celebration from his most hardcore fanboys.
Bro, I don't want to be rude here or anything. Okay, I mean this with love in my heart, but did they really make a black-white supremacist? Like, why did they feel like they needed to, like, that's just weird. Like, okay, I'm, you know, I don't know, whatever. I don't ask questions. The artistic talent of the SCP.
Allowing them to rally behind what they think he stands for. But what if we all had enough? What if everybody rejected Homelander? As it turns out, that's
impossible. You can't reject the unrejectable. He is a hero. He is what every American wishes they were.
Might be the final straw that breaks him. By his own admission, Homelander would much prefer to be loved by everyone. But if you take that away, he's more than happy to settle for...
They really animated this pissing himself. I can't. That's amazing.
For being feared. And with the...
Yeah, listen. I also want to be loved, but if I can't be loved, I'd rather be feared too, sort of.
Level of power that he has, flight, super strength, invulnerability, heat vision, all it would take would be a show of his abilities in order to incite fear. And now, it's happened. The love anyone had for Homelander is gone.
What? Dare you?
Maybe his crimes have finally been exposed, or he might have laser visioned someone in broad daylight. Regardless of the spark that started it, the fire has started burning, and now he's no longer chained. Homelander is free to do whatever he wants. He started tactically taking out key structures of influence in the United States.
Wait, is this an actual written proposal, or is it this video making it up? Nobody's afraid of you, Nux? Oh yeah, no, I am literally not feared by anyone. I'd say I'm hated and relatively annoying to some people. But feared? Bro, I am literally the biggest pacifist on the planet. I annoy people with my voice and my words, not with actually imposing on them in any way. I am the least terrifying person on YouTube. I just want to see if this SCP Homelander thing is actual proposal. I wrote CSP instead of SCP because I'm an idiot and I have dyslexia. Wow, it looks like a lot of people talked about this. All right, interesting.
The White House went first. The red-hot beams of his laser eyes...
Oh, not the White House! Oh, man. See, but the good thing is, I'll leave it to people in the comments to decide, are politicians, in fact, people? I leave that one to you. I will be eagerly reading all of your responses and responding to none of them.
Carving through the entire building, separating staff and Secret Service members at the waist or the neck, splattering the walls with blood. The, quote, world's greatest superhero took care of the president personally.
Bro turned him into a potato! What the? Nani? What the?
Melting him down with his heat vision before flying away. Next on his list of targets was the Pentagon, shrugging off bullets and tank shells from the United States military as they were rapidly deploying to stop him. It didn't take...
Bro, that's hilarious. Bro, they're not gonna do any fucking shit to this guy. The military ain't doing nothing. Could we please bring in the SCP Foundation, please? The military ain't stopping this man.
Long for Homelander to cut through the
If Billy Butcher had a hard time doing it, they fucking military's got nothing.
Soldiers sent to stop him before demolishing the Pentagon with as little as a supersonic clap of his hands.
No! He's that broken?
As the building crumbled around him, so did a number of the country's defenses fall as well. But there was one last line of defense. One organization that just might have access to the means to bring the only man in the sky back down to ground level. The SCP Foundation were...
Let's freaking go. This is gonna be the craziest deep dive of all time. Could the SCP Foundation contain Homelander?
No strangers.
Hey, 682! Dude, 682 would beat Homelander one-on-one. I feel like 1v1, 682 would absolutely annihilate, right? Like, literally no chance.
To powerful beings running amok, but they were the only ones with the means to oppose a rampage like this. Now, while Homelander had already decimated much of the regular armed forces, the Foundation brought an army of their own to bear.
No, dude, they're not bringing in a bunch of peoples. God damn, bro. They're really gonna send out some troopers, some soldiers with little machine guns? Brother, get the heavy flamer, brother. This ain't gonna do squat.
Enter the Mobile Task Forces, the organization's most elite special operatives. They're specifically trained to deal with threats well beyond the capability.
Okay, dude. Scarlet King would also completely annihilate Homelander. Dude, not even in the same league. This man eradicates realities. And get out of here with that.
Of the regular military, and can be quickly deployed almost anywhere in the world at a...
They sent out soldiers. Their specialty is they have been trained to die at a moment's notice.
Moment's notice. Ready.
Dude, there's no way he said moment's notice the same way as me. No!
For action. Mobilizing their collected forces, the Foundation dispatched its MTFs at once. They had to be smart. Homelander was playing this tactically, taking out centers of influence and defense capabilities.
I love how it's like Homelander needs to play this tactically. Homelander literally does not need to play this tactically. Like, at all. He just needs to fly around with his laser beam on and fucking annihilate the country. I feel like this isn't really... He needs to tactically worry about defense bases. Bro does not need to worry about defense bases.
Still unleashing his year's worth of bottled up rage, but using it in a controlled, calculated way. If they sent every mobile task force to where Homelander was, he could easily fly away at supersonic speeds, outmaneuver them.
Not that he needs to. Not that he needs to at all. He could stay there. Let him tank all that. Bro doesn't fold to lead. He only folds to milk.
Or just disintegrate the Foundation's entire reserve of troops in one move. So their primary goal was to divide and conquer, and spread their MTFs across the country, so that anywhere Homelander went, they would be waiting for him. Of course, the fall of the regular military had already shown that conventional weapons had little to no effect on Homelander.
Bro, they're literally chasing him around like crazy. They only needed to do one thing, okay? They only needed to do...
I am not sexually attracted to you.
The SCP Foundation could have done something like this, okay? They could have. I'm saying they would use his weakness against him, is what I'm trying to say. Yes, god damn it. Y'all are haters. Y'all are haters if you think that I don't understand how I understand. I understand.
He is completely resistant to almost every form of physical harm, not only completely bulletproof, but unfazed by explosions as well. On top of that, his powers for detecting threats were also unparalleled. Homelander had the ability to see through almost any solid object.
Dude flies, takes a selfie with someone while he's destroying the country, and people are after him. That is honestly so realistic. You could so see some crazy mass murdering, genocidal fuck going around there killing people and shit, and people will still want selfies with him, right? Like, you could totally see that being a real thing. 100%.
Or surface using X-ray vision. However, the Foundation knew there was a limit to this ability, and that the soup couldn't see through certain metals.
Homelander can't see through certain levels?
Specifically, zinc.
Is that real? Is that a real lore? Real boys lore? Yup. Oh god damn, okay.
Also had tremendous olfactory and...
They need to get someone with like, okay, all right, my headcanon is going a little crazy here, but think about it. They look at this zinc vault and he opens it up and it's just like lactation tsunami. All right, hear me out. This video, I am gonna get obliterated on Twitter for this video.
Auditory senses, well beyond that of any ordinary human being. Homelander could detect changes in smell on such an acute level that he could detect changes to someone's adrenaline levels, as well as using that ability to detect explosives. But it was his super hearing that the Foundation was planning to exploit.
Okay, so one thing you have to know about Homelander that I'm afraid they're gonna miss, Homelander can activate and deactivate his superpowers. If he would always have his super hearing on, it would always fuck him up. But like, for example, in season 4 of The Boys, Huey was crawling around on a vent right above Homelander, and Homelander didn't hear him. Only when his sweat dripped on Homelander from the vent did Homelander, and figure out that he was right there. Needs to activate it and deactivate his super sensing abilities to use it. I don't think that because he has super hearing, they're just gonna, with some loud sound or something, I don't think that would work.
They knew Homelander's senses were so attuned,
Is this canon? Yeah, that's canon. That happened in season 4 of The Boys.
he could detect changes in a person's heartbeat.
Bro, it literally zoomed into Maeve's chest, and I was like, where are they going with this? All right. I'm glad we're worried on the super hearing and not the super X-ray vision.
Enough to know when someone was lying. However, having such a high level of sensitive hearing meant that Homelander had at least one vulnerability: high-frequency sound waves. The Foundation knew it wouldn't be enough to kill the man in the sky, but they had another trick up their sleeve for that. First, they needed to draw him out. But how
I feel like that's not easy. Man's not a super genius. They literally just insult him somewhere and he'll be right there. Like, this man is so petty. You insult him somewhere, you just put a selfie of yourself saying, "Fuck you, Homelander," and he will show up. That is really easy to get him to where you want him.
would they when Homelander could easily overhear the orders being broadcast to their troops? Simple. They could lie. The Foundation started issuing falsified directions to its MTFs on the ground. Each one followed up with a written digital message via each troop's heads-up display. All Foundation operatives were reminded to disregard any radio communications, that these weren't real orders, merely just interference to throw Homelander off.
Yeah, cook him with his own powers. Just call him a pussy. He'll be right there. He will be right there.
What they were actually doing. While the fake radio orders were attempting
See, or they could simply just bow to their newer, greater overlord and just accept him as the second coming, and then he won't kill anybody. Think about how wonderful the world would be if everyone just personally worshipped Homelander. Not just because he's super, but because he's the nicest guy as well. Just misunderstood by the masses, falling for the propaganda of the media. I mean, it's slavery with extra steps, but at least you're not dead. It's pretty fucked up.
to nudge Homelander closer and closer towards New York, which was
New York? Why New York? The secret weapon in the Eiffel Tower? Like,
where Vought Tower,
Eiffel Tower. Statue of Liberty.
his headquarters, were located. One team was already there lying in wait. Mobile Task Force Pi 1, also known by the codename City Slickers. They had
Alright.
received a coded message from the
Are
Foundation.
you serious? City Slickers? Bro, lure him somewhere and drop off the lizard. Just put him in a room with that thing and he's cooked.
They were instructed to infiltrate Vought Tower, retrieve an item from the company's research and development labs, and then make their way to the roof. Once they were there, the next stage of the plan was to administer what they found in R&D, then await an airdrop of high-frequency sonic weaponry that the Foundation was sending to aid them. Storming Vought Tower had been the surprisingly easy part.
Yeah, because then you have to deal with Homelander.
The entire company had fallen into chaos.
Yeah, no one likes this man. At the end of season 4, all right, spoilers, I'm not gonna say it, but if you see what Homelander did to Vought at the end of season 4.
Now that their number one product was raining death from the sky, the employees at Vought
Their number one product. You are not a person, you are a product. Don't forget that, Homelander.
didn't seem to care much about their jobs anymore. The City Slickers had snuck into the laboratory and found what they were sent for. Temporary compound
No, not Temp V. That's not how they're gonna beat Homelander. Bro, drop him off with the lizard. The lizard would cook him. Homelander would fly away. I don't know if Homelander would feel comfortable flying away and knowing that he is a pussy. That can't, right?
5, a chemical that would alter human biology
This fucking bitch. He called it Temp 5.
they were sent for. Temporary compound 5,
No way they...
a chemical that would alter
They called it Temp 5. How did they do that? How did they call it Temp 5? No! Who wrote this script for them? Okay, dude.
human biology and grant anyone superpowers for a 24-hour period. It had the nasty side effect of turning the user's brain into Swiss cheese, but under the circumstances, it seemed
I'm
necessary.
a little confused here. Someone in chat just point this out, but you are so right. This video is literally just the boys' plan to kill Homelander in season 3, right? You lure him in one place, you sneak into it, you get some Temp V, you juice yourself up, and you fucking beat him in a fight. Literally the plan of the boys in The Boys. Like, you don't even need the SCP Foundation for this.
Dosing themselves with it.
Oh, yeah, my bad, it's not Temp V, it's called Temporary 5, or whatever the fuck they called it. Compound 5.
All the City Slickers were in agony as they felt the V-24 burning in their veins. Just as the chopper was arriving to drop off their weaponry, a loud booming sound rang out, shattering windows across the city as Homelander's approach broke the sound barrier. The MTF stared up in horror as his laser vision cut through the helicopter above their heads.
God damn.
One of the crates landing on the roof as the fiery wreck plummeted down towards the street. Jackson! The team leader yelled
Jackson! Boogie's arch nemesis shows up.
to one of his men before pausing. He knew that if he told him to retrieve the sonic cannon, Homelander would destroy it in seconds. Instead, Jackson watched as his commanding officer leaped up into the air, hundreds of feet higher than he would normally have been.
Oh my god, they literally... Dude, just show Homelander a picture of the Shy Guy. Homelander's out there doing his shit, and you're just like, hey, check out this picture. And you just show him the Shy Guy. 4 pixels, and Shy Guy will literally chase him down to the end of the earth and cook him. I think Shy Guy might be able to beat Homelander in a fight. SCP-096, you don't fuck around.
Capable of. He careened towards a surprised Homelander, swinging a compound V-fueled uppercut that connected with his jaw, reeling him slightly as he hovered above. Taking that as their cue, the other members of the City Slickers started attacking the out-of-control Soup. One of them was firing energy blasts from
dude, they all have different random powers. All right, they're gonna get fucking annihilated.
his palms,
There's no way this works, right? There's no way this works.
and another had her arms stretching out like rubber, grabbing Homelander's cape in an
Ruffy!
attempt to drag him out of the sky. Meanwhile, Jackson was scrambling across the roof of the tower, fumbling with the clasps on the crate that contained the weapon. He could hear snarling behind him as Homelander roared in disapproval, disgusted that these so-called ordinary people were
Disgusting that these lower life forms dare even try to reach his level as a higher level of being, the pinnacle of evolution.
daring to attack him.
I love how just like the casual racist discussion in describing Homelander. I mean, it's 100% accurate, don't get me wrong, but it's just pretty awesome.
His heat vision burned through the City Slickers' uniforms, but couldn't pierce their skin. Enraged, Homelander gripped the commander's head as he made another jump towards him, pushing both his super strong hands together until he could hear the man's skull beginning to crack. Then he kept squeezing, flattening the commander between his palms.
Oh my god, they Oberyn Martelled that bitch. Holy crap.
Homelander flew downwards, landing a dual-fisted punch that burst through the chests of the other 2 Slickers.
Oh my god, they're getting really graphic with this shit.
He pulled both hands back, his red gloves, like the rest of his uniform, already slickened with copious amounts of blood.
City Slickers slicked his gloves with slicky blood.
Then, a loud shrieking sound pierced his attuned ears as Jackson fired the sonic cannon. The cacophony of high-frequency sound waves it emitted were deafening to Homelander's attuned, sensitive ears, sending pain shooting through his head. Unfortunately, pain meant little to Homelander, and he could still function despite it. It angered him even further that someone was trying to best him, that they'd highlighted and tried.
Bro, cook him. You could literally just zip in there and destroy him. Bro, what are they doing? They're sending some random dudes with temp V? They have literally arsenals of super weapons.
Tried to exploit a weakness, something the Soup had told himself he didn't have. He shot forwards lightning fast, wrenching the device out of Jackson's hands before gripping him by the throat, lifting him up off his feet so that he was dangling over the edge of the tower. Who in the hell do you think you are?
Oh, goddamn.
Homelander muttered, disturbingly subdued despite the obvious unhinged look in his eyes. Just... Jackson gasped for breath as he felt fingers clasping around his fault.
No!
In the distance, there was a low, rhythmic rumbling, like an earth.
And then Jackson pulled out his tits and squirted it with... Okay, alright, this isn't working. I like my theory a lot better than what they've been coming up with, not gonna lie.
Earthquake, or heavy footsteps getting closer. Just a distraction. With that, Homelander's hand closed tight the very second that Jackson teleported out of his grip.
Of course, Jackson can teleport. Let's go! Jackson lives another day! Let's go, Jackson!
Leaving the Soup standing on the roof alone, save for the bodies of the other City Slickers. He turned to face...
What's the thumping? Please be the lizard.
The sound of the oncoming footsteps, detecting the sound of whirring machinery along with it. This was something new. It was rare for Homelander to ever face a real challenge. Nothing ever forced him to improve his skills in combat. In most cases, he could just rely on his strength, or...
Yeah, dude, that's, I like how they actually highlighted that in the death battle specifically, that if Homelander would go up against Omni-Man is, like, actual space warriors of his level of his entire life, and Homelander's used to just literally stomping on people. Like, literally stomping on people and tearing them to shreds. Like, he is an overgrown, overpowered baby with no actual combat experience. Also, Omni-Man's just way stronger than him.
Quick end to confrontations with his eye lasers, which made the sight of SCP-5514 approaching
5514
all the more surprising to him. Striding across the city like something out of a Pacific Rim movie was a gigantic mech known...
Brother! 55... What the... SCP-5514. I never covered this one. Oh my god, dude! This one looks so sick, I have to cover him. Oh my god, SCP-5514, the Dragon Slayer. Bro! It's called the Dragon Slayer because they use it to actually slay giant dragon SCPs. The Virgin, Ava Unit 1. The Chad, Dragon Slayer. Okay, that's pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. See, the lizard's hard to control, so I do kind of respect that. Not gonna lie, I respect that they're sending in the Dragon Slayer before they're sending in, like, the lizard, which they can't actually control.
Known as SCP-5514, or by its far cooler sounding nickname, the Dragon Slayer.
Oh, yeah,
Working with the Global Occult Coalition and
I love something really bad. Every single time something bad goes down, it's like the SCP has to work with the fucking Satanists, and they just shake each other's hands. Friendship at last. Oh god.
High Brazil. The Foundation themselves constructed SCP-5514 using various anomalous methods, designing the machine to combat large-scale aggressors, or LSAs. While the Dragon Slayer, like the name implies, was built with fighting monsters and kaiju similar to its own size, these desperate times had called for desperate measure.
They really send in a fucking Godzilla into New York? They're really Pacific rimming this man? Bro, this man is gonna get the biggest Pacific Rim job of his life.
The mech's huge robotic arm hosted its primary weapon, a cold iron sword, its blade 20 meters long. Inside, Mobile Task Force Eta 5, the Jaeger bombers.
Wait, they're in the sword?
Were piloting the Dragon Slayer, ready
Okay, they're piloting the Dragon Slayer, alright.
For battle with Homelander. He was staying still, not attempting to run or even fly away. Instead, he stayed at the top of Vought Tower.
I mean, that does kind of seem like the thing he's gonna do. Ultimately, these guys are they don't want to leave, right? Homelander is, he's an egotistical maniac. He really believes he is the pinnacle. Anything that challenges him as the pinnacle is a problem.
It was like he was
Attack on Homelander.
waiting, watching.
Wait, were the pilots called the Jägermeisters, just like how Aaron Yeager pilots like a Titan? Okay, that's cute.
Unfazed by the approaching humanoid machine, looking right at it, or through it. The Dragon Slayer brought its
Oh my god, he's just gonna zap the pilots.
cold iron sword swooping down through the air, the blade coming right down on where Homelander stood. It cleaved directly through the building beneath him, carving Vought Tower in two.
Oh, Dragon Slayer's getting cooked. Oh, who would win, Homelander or the Rumbling? The planet would die. I don't think Homelander could kill them fast enough. There's too many.
Sending a shower of glass and concrete over the plaza below.
This castle of glass.
Vtube caught the blade as it came at him, screaming in pain as he felt it cut.
Bro, he didn't even dodge it. He just this guy's fucking. I blocked your punch with my face.
His eyes glowing both with anger and the red light of his lasers. Homelander pushed himself up off the ground and flew up in.
Just cook him. All right, this one's easy. I feel like he's just gonna zap right through him and kill the pilots. That's too easy.
Into the air. The mech's arm moved weightlessly to swat him out of the air, but Homelander used his speed and momentum to shoot through the metal, ripping through the machine's hand before it could land a strike. Homelander
running away?
Started zipping out of the path.
Oh my god, what a bitch! I mean, that's not too inaccurate, but come on, dude, what a freaking loser.
Of the Dragon Slayer as it opened fire with its various anomalous armaments. While the mech was primarily used for close quarters melee combat with various LSAs, it also featured a number of longer range weaponry.
I mean, his head is a gun, right? What the fuck? My head is also a gun. That is also a torpedo launcher.
Mounted on SCP-5514's shoulder was a Beowulf Sigurd railgun.
Yeah, sure.
And a
It's a mech with a railgun head!
Anomalous weapon that could use altered gravity to affect the weight of its targets, causing projectiles to impact with higher velocity. Yet none of these projectiles landed a shot, unable to catch Homelander at his current flight speed. With every supersonic pass he made at the Dragon Slayer, the deranged soup took another look at his current enemy. His X-ray eyes could penetrate most of the metal and gave him a clear enough view of what was inside.
No shit. The people are gonna be in the big O in the circle, in the freaking bullseye on this goddamn idiot. Ain't no way he thought they were anywhere else. Yeah, they're gonna be in his foot. No shit, he's gonna be in the big circle. Oh my god. You've heard of Siren Head, now get ready for Railgun Head.
There was a miniature sun powering it.
Oh shit.
Kept perpetually stable while it generated energy for SCP-5514.
He has a miniature sun inside of this robot. Wouldn't it supernova and kind of blow everything up?
Surrounding it were subdimensional portals.
Oh, subdimensional portals.
Venting the excess heat off
that makes sense.
this plane of reality so that the mech and
The SCP Foundation has fucking everything. This is the most badass shit in the universe. Interdimensional portals to suck off excess heat so that the sun doesn't accidentally supernova and blow everything up. Dude, this would kill Homelander.
nothing around it melted. A similar process was moving some of the substantial weight of the mech into a tiny pocket dimension, which had allowed it to move so swiftly without being too cumbersome.
That is so crazy! Wait, what? The mech, some of the mech's weight is in another dimension?
Piloting it were humans, more MTF operatives. Spotting them through the metal hull,
In the bullseye, I mean crosshairs.
Homelander flew towards the Dragon Slayer like a bullet. The force of the impact caused the mech to wobble slightly as Homelander shot through the outer layers of armor.
Shit.
He came bursting out into the main chamber, eyes burning intense lasers through the vital inner components of the Dragon Slayer. The beam sliced
No, the kaiju killer is gonna get cooked by this man baby.
the unprotected MTFs up, reducing them to a bloody paste
Oh fuck, he didn't, God, he turned them into paste.
before Homelander turned his rage towards the power source.
Wait, what?
Ripping through more of the metal
Why
work.
does he care? He beat it, why is
He looked at the housing for the subdimensional portals venting out of the mini-sun's heat. Though he had a limited understanding of what exactly this all was, Homelander could make sense of what it was doing.
Really?
He fired off another series of blasts with his heat beams, tearing through the devices that regulated the portals before
Why would he do this? Oh my god, he's not making a supernova in the middle of New York. Oh my god, why this man is such... If you see a sun between two interdimensional portals, you don't touch it!
flying back out of the Dragon Slayer as fast as he could. Landing at its feet, he looked up to see his despicable handiwork. From within, the subdimensional portals began pulling the insides of SCP-5514 in different directions, pulling it apart and sucking it into different pocket dimensions as it collapsed in on itself.
Oh my god, he literally just comweed it. Oh my, dude, this honestly, that kind of does sound a little like Homelander, right? He didn't just destroy it, he wanted to eviscerate it.
Homelander sighed, the tiniest hint of fatigue he felt passing in a fleeting moment, gone before the Dragon Slayer eventually fell. Enough! Cease this villainy, a voice called from nearby.
Hey,
Homelander
what?
sighed in exasperation.
Which one is this? Oh god, dude, I feel like the easiest way would be to just show him a picture of the Shy Guy. Let him get chased through the end of the earth.
To face this latest nuisance that dared oppose him. When he saw the shadowy figure approaching him, he was taken aback at first, thinking he recognized who it was. Noir? He asked in disbelief. No, that is not my name, the dark-clad figure announced.
Honey, who is this?
Homelander of the Seven, your time has come. For now, you face the Spectre.
The Spectre, what is this, the old man?
Otherwise known as SCP-4494, was the physical embodiment of crime fighting itself.
Wait, hold on. 494, what frick, why would they send? Well, it turns out, yeah, SCP-4494 is the Spectre. And apparently he is the embodiment of fighting crime. The embodiment of the concept of fighting crime. Apparently that's a thing. Pretty awesome. Okay, well, I feel like this Homelander might kick this man's ass. Embodiment of fighting crime? Bro, you're gonna really send out Batman? Brother, show him the Shy Guy. Come on, dude.
Its long, dark cloak whipped in the wind, a wide-brimmed hat pulled low, giving it the appearance of a shadowy gunslinger.
Oh my god, bro's getting cooked. Bro's getting so fucked.
From head to toe, the Spectre seemed to pull all light on the visible spectrum into itself, making it look like a ghostly shadow come to life. And how the hell do they expect you to stop me? Homelander sneered.
He's laughing at him, not only because he's lame, but also because Homelander's a racist.
I go wherever injustice reigns.
Yeah!
The Spectre
Replied, not short on dramatic flair.
And you have unleashed horrific, unspeakable terror on the innocents of this world. I will ask you once, and once only. Stop this. Walk away.
Immediately, Homelander started laughing.
Oh god, no, he's not giving it the cool shit, no!
Really? That's all you've got? He scoffed. Just asking nicely.
You've lost your way.
SCP-4490.
Don't lose your way. And then they hit him with titty milk. Come on, bro. Please, for me.
Declared.
All this destruction, and for what? Just to display your power? To subjugate? Make people fear you? Or are you still trying to win the approval of a mother and father you never had?
Ain't no way he's gonna hit him with the psychological warfare. Ain't no way!
The last sentence struck a nerve with Homelander, enough to make him zip forward, launching a punch at the Spectre. His fist passed through a dark fog that took the place of its intended target, as SCP-4494 dissipated and then reformed behind Homelander. It put two shadowy arms around his neck,
emotional damage,
gripping the maddening soup in a headlock.
You were made to be a hero, the Spectre whispered. Look at how far you've fallen.
Holy shit, bro literally just hit him with the fucking Obito maneuver.
Homelander angrily wrenched the arm away and threw his captor over his head, only for
the Spectre
to become a mist again.
Dude, why does he call him the Spectre every single time? I am justice, I am darkness, I am a therapist.
Surrounding the hero in a thick black cloud, he fired his heat vision again, the beams passing through the layer of fog without causing any damage.
It's over, Homelander.
Yo! The mouth just shows up behind him to whisper sweet nothings of emotional drama in his face.
No longer will you terrorize the innocent,
came a booming, dramatic voice from all angles.
You are not the hero you think of yourself as, but a villain. This mistake stops here.
This isn't a mistake. I don't make mistakes, Homelander roared. I'm not like the rest of you. I'm stronger, smarter, I'm better. I am better.
No way they used the quote. They used the I am better quote.
I'm the real hero.
Are you?
Echoed
the Spectre's voice.
Something thin and papery landed at Homelander's feet, the fog dissipating again as
the Spectre
stood before him. Confused, Homelander picked up the papery object. It was a comic book. The words "Action Comics" emblazoned on the top. The cover showed a man dressed much like himself.
There's no way they're gonna make him a good guy. There's no way he's gonna fucking emotionally manipulate him.
Lifting an old green car.
Oh my god, is that Superman? I never heard of him.
Above his head, his red cape billowing in the wind. A letter S worn across his chest. As he flicked through the pages, tears formed in Homelander's eyes.
No! There's no way this is how they're gonna... Oh, get out of here. No, come on, bro. This man is an evil, vile, genocidal piece of revolting shit. He does not deserve a talk no jutsu ending. Are you actually joking me? They're gonna give him the Naruto Shippuden arc? You should have given him the Berserk treatment. You gotta send Shy Guy after him ASAP. What is this? What is this?
This is what you think you are, the Spectre said solemnly. But look around. Look at the lives you've taken or ruined. A hero? No. Heroism is not subjugating others, not viewing yourself as superior. Heroism is realizing we are all the same and standing up to those that would try to disagree. The Spectre brought his dark cloak around Homelander's shoulder. There were no survivors around to see where they went or to hear SCP-4494's final words. You aren't a real hero.
This is the worst way I've ever seen someone defeated ever. Dude, this is wild. This is just shitty Batman versus shitty Injustice Superman.
And then they were gone. Now, if you want to see another clash between a comic book legend and one of the most infamously dangerous anomalies...
That's it? That's it! They literally cheesed him? They did like a Dark Souls cheese on this man? Listen, emotional damage, I am all for some emotional damage. As a traumatized fellow myself, I do believe emotional damage is dangerous as shit. Come on, dude! Really? Show him a Superman the SCP Foundation could absolutely butt-fuck Homelander, okay? Alright, you did not need to rely on Narutoing him, send the Dragon Slayer. I feel like you could have super easily just, you know, shown him a picture of the Shy Guy and let Shy Guy tear him to shreds, because I think that would happen. Shy Guy is overpowered as shit. 682 would have ripped him apart as well. Dude, 682 versus Deadpool looks freaking awesome. Just afraid it's gonna be Deadpool versus 682. And as 682 is about to kill Deadpool, the Spectre shows up. and says to SCP-682, didn't you, your lizard daddy and lizard mommy love you? 682's eyes in tears, and Spectre takes 682 into the sunset. And I would kill myself. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you. This is a thing that existed. Let me know if you want more SCP lore. I don't think this one counts. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.